Hello, Chris here, and today I'm going to be testing my Rad Expand just on a commute to work, and I have the new Insta360 RS. That's what you're looking through right now. So I'm also going to be testing out this camera. I just got it, so I don't even know how it works, but it'll be fun to test it out, and hopefully it'll improve my future videos significantly. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it on my chest and test out the 4K boost lens for riding. And then I also wanted to mention that I don't have the microphone hookup yet because they're out of stock, like everything's out of stock. So this is just the direct mic that's on the camera, so hopefully you can hear me good, and let's go for a ride. A pretty nice morning out, still cool here in Central Oregon. Spring looks like it's coming this weekend, so that should be exciting. So this Insta360 RS does have a really good image stabilization. Hopefully, we'll find out together. And hopefully you can hear me through the mic, because I don't have my little microphone hooked up. This does have a little microphone extension thing that you can get and hook it up so I can run my little lapel mic. But those are currently out of stock. Like everything's out of stock. At least the camera was in stock. So this is just going through the mic that's on the camera, and it's down at my chest. So now I'm filming with the DJI Osmo, and this is the Insta360 camera. So the one that you're seeing through is the Osmo. And what's cool about this camera, I got this other lens here, is that it's a modular camera. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Is you can take it apart, turn it off first, and then you can pop the battery off. And then you can separate the camera. And then I have this 360 lens that I have in my pocket, and I can pop that on. Tried to find a dry bench, but they're all wet, even though it rained all day here yesterday. So then you can pop this cool 360 lens on, which is kind of neat. And then we pop the battery back on, and it's kind of windy. So then I also wanted to mention that now I'm using the lapel mic with the Osmo. Oops, I gotta put this on the right way. There we go. Gotta line up all these little holes in the back. I'm new to this camera, so this is kind of weird for me. And then I want to put it in the right way. So that'll work. So the lenses are on both sides. We'll put this guy back in here. Just pop them in like that. Back into the pocket. And then I got this cool Insta360 stick here, which extends out really long. And I'm going to attach this guy to it and see what this thing looks like using the 360 feature. So you can see this thing, it goes out pretty long. Look at that thing. Whoa. So this thing should be cool, and I'm going to go ride it right now and test it out and see how it works. So I'm just going to cruise around in this park a bit. And I've got the Insta360 on a big stick here recording. And I have no idea how to use this thing right now, but over time, hopefully I'll get better at it. So I'm just gonna hold it out in front of me, and I'll click over to the see what this thing's seeing right now. Hopefully it's pretty cool. Not really even sure. So now I have it pointing up and down. And then now I have it also pointing side to side. So see if that makes any difference. Sure, I look like kind of a goofball out here, but hardly anybody's out today because it's pretty chilly. So now let's check and see what it's gonna look like if I hold it right above me. And I'll hold it above me side to side. And now I'll switch it over and hold it front to back. So hopefully it looks pretty cool. And apparently in the app I can zoom around and kind of get different angles and stuff with it. I'm pretty excited to start using it. Of course, it's gonna make my video editing take way longer, but that's okay. And now I'll hold it out to my side. So now it's out to the side pointing up and down. And then I'll turn it so it's pointing forward and back. As we're cruising around out here. Some nice blue skies and stuff out though. Pretty cool. Gotta be careful riding around one-handed. Ugh. The grass is all super wet, so I don't want to eat it with all my stuff on. And now I'll try it with the camera kind of pointing behind me. We'll see what that looks like. So now it's pointing behind me, up and down. And it's bouncing around a little bit, but I do have the image stabilization on, so hopefully it looks pretty cool. And then now I'll turn it side to side behind me. And we'll see how that looks. And hopefully as I get more familiar with this camera, I can start making some much more interesting videos and stuff. There's a lot of goose poop on the ground. These Rad Expand tires are getting covered in goose poop. Goose eat a lot. So now I'm gonna stop and extend it out even further. So this stick here extends this thing really far. And I'll try to extend it out really far, way out in front of me. See what that looks like. Oh, I'm in too high a gear. So now I've got it way out in front, turned side to side. Kind of curious to see just what this thing can do. Now maybe try doing some swoop around stuff and see what that looks like. Kind of hard to swoop around, but it'll be interesting to see what the footage looks like. This is all just kind of testing this thing out, seeing what it can do. This part of the path gets kind of narrow over here, so I'm gonna have to put both hands on the steering because I don't want to go into the water. That would not be good. The nice thing with the electric bike is you can just cruise right up the hills. So hopefully this is turning out pretty good. the camera on my chest right now, the one that you can see that I'm currently on, is the DJI Osmo. It's their older action cam. So that's filming in 1080. And then this new Insta360 films in 4K. So it'll be interesting to compare the video. Hopefully my little home computer doesn't crash trying to do 4K editing. It's not all that great. I'll get a new one at some point, but gotta pick my battles when it comes to buying new equipment. So I'm gonna head back over to the bench, take this thing back apart, and finish this up. Ugh. So this little section of bench is a little bit drier. So you can see this cool Insta360, hopefully you can see it. You can see this is the 360 lens that has these cameras on both sides. And then it has this cool little touch screen right here that you can do all the controls and everything with. And then it comes with this awesome case that's really neat. It already has the GoPro mount built into it. I had to get a separate mount for the camera that you guys are seeing through right now. But this all came with it, with this quick release. And it pulls out. You can see it's really small. And then I'm gonna switch the lenses back out. Gotta take this other one out of my pocket. You just gotta be careful with these lenses. And we just pull the, sorry if my jacket's getting in the way there. So we just pop the battery off, separate these, and you can see all these neat little pieces here. So it comes in a whole bunch of little pieces, modular. And then there's different lenses and stuff that you can get for it, but those are gonna have to wait. I do want to get the 1-inch lens so I can film stuff at night better. This cool little case comes with it to protect the 360 lens. Has these little domes, I guess. Pretty neat. And then what's cool is this thing goes back in together this direction so you can see the screen and what you're doing and vlog with it. But you can also flip it around and put it in this direction so that you can film from behind and see what you're doing. It's kind of neat. And then you pop the battery case back on and slide it back in here. It's all good to go. So I'll leave a link in the description below to the Rad Expand, to the Insta360 RS, and the selfie stick, which is also pretty cool to have. Thing extends out really far. Really like it. And I will hopefully be using this in my future videos. I'll still be using the DJI Osmo that you're on right now, but I'll probably use it more as a helmet cam. So it should be pretty interesting. I'm excited. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.